Hello everybody, Pastor Drew from Lighthouse Church. Just really wanted to give you a quick update from myself and Kerry regarding the next season of the church. As you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic, just coming out of lockdown, and that has made it very, very difficult for us to meet as a church. And if you have seen the legislation recently of actually meeting together as a church will be nigh impossible. So to give you an idea of what would have to happen is first, we would have to register you online or by a phone to say that you were coming to the service, so that we would have to limit how many people could come to the service. And currently in our church building, we reckon we're somewhere in the region between 8 to 12 people that could be there, and that's obviously including Kerry and myself. Once we know that who's coming, once you would arrive, you'd obviously have to arrive early and queue up outside like you would at Sainsbury's or Tesco's, so that you could be coming in one at a time into the church building and sanitize your hands. We would also then have to get you to fill out a quick questionnaire on whether you've been in contact with someone who's had COVID, whether you've had COVID, or whether you have the symptoms of COVID. If you had any of those, you would obviously be sent home instantly. Then after that, if you are fitting in the vulnerable category, which I believe is, somebody with an underlying illness, but also somebody from 70 and above, you wouldn't be allowed to be in the building either. Once we actually have you in the building and you have your hands sanitized, we would have to direct you to a specific seat, which you would have to remain seated in for the duration of the service. Then at that point there would be no access to the toilets, there would be no teas and coffees, there would be no handshakes, hugs, kisses, or anything of any contact whatsoever. Once we had finished the service, we would escort you from a different entrance, so we obviously would have an exit at the side, and you'd have to be sanitized on the way out, and then once everybody had left, Kerry and I would then have to deep clean the entire church. And we'd have to do that each and every time. Now, by my reckoning, that doesn't look anything like church to me. Oh, and also, no singing. So, as it stands, we have made the decision that we will not meet together, but we have some exciting news. Is you may have heard of cell groups, small groups, micro churches, all of those things. Well, we've come up with the term beacon, and we're establishing beacons, because beacons are like the little lighthouses, where we will be assigning people around the area to small groups, so no more than 12 people in each group. But under the current legislation, that would only be 1 or 2 people in each group, because it would only have to be 2 households. So we're just establishing that format right now, and hopefully by Sunday coming, following this video, that we will actually be starting those, and myself and or Kerry will be contacting you to tell you which group you will be part of. And tell you the times and the details and how we're to handle that. And we're very excited that, because not only do you get to meet in the community again, but also what we're asking people to is become part of a small community of the bigger community, that they do life together. So you can meet for coffee, you can have maybe lunch or something to eat together, or maybe a social activity. You can meet for prayer, you can meet for Bible study, and all of these things will develop in time, but you will become very close knit to your smaller beacon, your family. And in that time, then when things do change, that you will always have that close knit community together. We're still yet to decide how we figure we meet together as a bigger element as a church, but for the time being, we are proposing the following, and particularly in this good weather, that we meet together as a family, not for a church meeting, but just for community, for a picnic, almost straight after the service on a Sunday. And we would meet at a small section on Sandham Gardens, down by the seafront, where we could socially distance and have a picnic together. And that's optional, purely optional, but we think it would be opportunity for people just to get together, to chat, to meet, and come and go as they please. We might also use this opportunity to do a bit of witnessing, because while we're out in the community, we may as well share the hope of our joy with everybody. So thank you for listening to this message. If you have any questions, please email Kerry or myself, or contact. The details will be below. We will firstly be releasing this video to our internal church community, but then we will look to see people outside of that community who may want to become part of a beacon, who have not got a church home either now or have currently, and even maybe on the mainland that people want to do that. So we're very excited. So if you are watching this video at that point and you want to contact us to consider establishing a beacon somewhere else within the Isle of Wight or beyond, we would look forward to having that conversation with you. Contact details and the links below and in the description below. Take care. Please continue to maintain a safe distance and keeping your hands clean, and anything that the government is asking us to do for our safety, I please encourage you to do that, because common sense prevails. We love you, we're praying for you. Keep in touch, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already to the channel to get the updates. We'll speak to you soon and look forward to seeing you. God bless you. Take care.